Hi guys, so today's going to be something different but still the same. I'm going to be filming another get ready with me, but instead of my usual bare minerals extravaganza, this is going to be stuff that is a dupe for something more expensive. And I'll just say now, if the lighting keeps changing, I'm using natural light for a change, so my face might keep going darker and lighter every now and again. Sorry about that in advance. But everything here, I will say what the dupe of it is. Some of it has featured on my Dupe Central page on the blog, which I will link below. But let's get on with it. So the first one is a foundation, which you usually do start with a foundation anyway. I'm going to use the number 7 Stay Perfect, which is a great dupe for Eyeshadow. Not an exact dupe, but this one does seem to have a similar finish as that one does on the skin. So let's get on with it. Done. Right. Next up is, sorry this is a little bit number 7 heavy at the minute, and everyone always says the Maybelline Creamy Radiance Concealer, I think that's the name of it, is a good dupe for the YSL Touche class. I haven't used that one so I can't comment, but this is the dupe that I use, and it's the Instant Radiance Concealer from number 7. What shade do I use of this? Number 20. I just think this has a higher range of colours that would suit anybody compared to the Maybelline range, because correct me if I'm wrong, there's only about 5 colours in that. There's quite a few in this. But I'm just going to use this under my eyes and anywhere that needs a little bit of a glow or a little bit of radiance. Okay, to finish off the skin, I'm going to just powder my face, and I'm going to use Wayne Goss's technique that he mentioned about buffing this into skin. This is the Bourjois Healthy Balance Powder, which reminds me so much of my old favourite, the Bare Minerals Ready Powder. Is that what that's called? It's basically the ready version of the Mineral Veil, which is amazing, but it's quite expensive. I think it's about £20. This is under 10. I can't remember the right price for this, but they've got a nice colour range, so it does give it a little bit of a glow as well if you want that little hint of coverage. And I'm just going to quickly buff this into the skin. Right, I think I'm going to put a tiny little blush on. Honestly, I think I picked this all out before the video. And I was going to use the Makeup Revolution, but I've mentioned that so many times I thought I'd use something different. This is another number 7 product. The last one. Yes, this is the last number 7 product. The rest are all completely different. This one really reminds me of the Ready Blush from Bare Minerals, the one with a hint of coral, which is good because it's called Coral Blush. But this is a really pretty blush, and it's yeah, it's under £10, which is great, especially if you get it on the buy one get one half price offer, which is what I got this and the foundation in. Anyway, I'm just going to put this on my face before I start ranting. Okay, next up is eyes. And this is my favourite part because I'm using quite a few new products with this that aren't on the Dupe alert page yet. This is from Gosh, which is one of the more expensive drugstore ranges, I think, but it's still under £20, which is great. Actually, this was probably under 10 still. But it's the Gosh Forever Eyeshadow Sticks, and these are absolutely awesome dupes for the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks, which are £21. Quite a saving. And if I can get the lid off these, because these are quite strong. Oh, crikey! Right, I'm just going to draw this on my lid and buff it out. Isn't an exact dupe for a certain palette, and I am doing a review of this soon, but packaging wise and the quality of the eyeshadows, this is almost an exact dupe for the Urban Decay range. And they even had some of the names that are very similar to the Urban Decay eyeshadows. I mean, you've got the Snakebite there, which I'm pretty sure is in the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. And Verb and Pistol, which are in Naked 1. I don't have that palette, so I can't be sure, but the names sound familiar, so they are pretty much pinching them from Urban Decay. But the palette is its own creation. I mean, they've got lilacs in there, which is actually a really pretty colour. I wore that yesterday. Booty Core and Foxy are lovely for brow highlights. But I'm going to use this just over the top of that eyeshadow, and I think I might use Chocolate in it. This is absolutely no different. I'm just going to use the Maybelline Brow Satin today instead of the Benefit Gimme Brow with this, because I can't use any high-end products on my face. So I'm just going to use this by itself. This is Salt & Glory's Thick and Fast Mascara, which is very similar in packaging and the wand to Urban Decay's Perversion Mascara. I'm just going to give it a wee bit over some of the excess, because this is quite an effective mascara. Check it out. I think this might actually be bigger than my eye, but it does the job. Next onto lips. There is one more number 7 product. This is the number 7 Precision Lips Pencil, which is a really cheap dupe for the Bare Minerals Marvellous Moxie liners. In fact, I think I prefer these because they are creamier. and I love these. I love the shade range of them as well. But I also like the bare minerals ones, but for everyday wear, these are a lot cheaper to buy than the bare minerals ones. Anyway, let's get on with it. I'm not even going to put it. And talk like this. And all the notes that I can't see. And oh, that was the shade Raspberry. And to go over that, and you probably see people saying that this is a dupe for the MAC lipstick, any of the MAC lipsticks, because there's that many different shade ranges of this lipstick and different textures. You're going to find one that you like that's similar to your MAC lipstick. And these are, of course, the Makeup Revolutions, which my writing's kind of died on it. You can't really tell, but I still can tell because I've bought them. I'm getting verbal diarrhea again, aren't I? But anyway, moving swiftly on. This is Makeup Revolution's lipstick in the shade Dazzle, which reminds me very similar to my favourite MAC lipstick, Full On Fuchsia, and Girl About the Town. I'm going to mention both because they're very similar colours. One's just slightly wearable than the other. But I'm just going to slap this on straight from the bullet, and this is going to give this lip liner a bit of gloss. That is everything, guys. I will edit this and get rid of all the ums and ahs, maybe not all of them because that will be pretty hard with one of my videos, and get this uploaded. If you like this video and having a bit more talking compared to the usual music videos that I do, let me know in the comments and what you would like to see in the future. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, all the things, and I will link anything that I've mentioned, if I have mentioned in the blog, below. Bye!